Hi everyone, this is Mrs. Gershon here. Our sort this week is going to continue to look at prefixes. We have 4 prefixes this week. We have pre, like in the word prefix. We have for, we have post, and we have after. Now the prefix pre and for both mean before. The prefix post and after both mean after. So let's take a look at our words for this week. I'll read through the list and then we'll go through some of these prefixes and their meanings. So I'm going to start in the first column here. We have prepare, afternoon, post-war, forward, prehistoric, aftertaste, post-test, forethought. Then we have foretell, predict, prefix, like what we're working with this week, postseason, forefathers, precede, preseason, afterward. In our last column, postpone, foreman, preface, afterthought, postdate, foresight, preposition, and pre-war. So looking at some of our pre-words like prepare, to prepare for something means you're going to do some things ahead of time before the actual event happens, like prepare for the birthday party, getting the materials ready. Looking down, prehistoric, meaning we have our history, no, even before history, so thinking a long, long time ago. Then we have the word, for instance, precede, meaning that something's going to come before something else, like math precedes reading. Then you have preseason. I want to look at preseason and postseason. They're opposites. Preseason is before the season, postseason is after the season is done. So like before football season and then after football season. Same thing as forward and afterward. Those are also opposites. So forward means before. Normally forwards are located in a book at the beginning, and they are written not by the author but by somebody else about the book or about the author, and they come before the actual story does. Afterward, obviously you say, can I go to my friend's house afterward? That's one sentence you could use for that. But also an afterword could be located inside of a book, telling kind of like an overview of the book, and sometimes that comes at the end of a book, so that comes after. Looking at some other pre-words, we'll get back to pre-words. We have preface. Now you'll kind of hear that I'm saying that different. You don't say this preface, you say this word preface. Now, to preface something means you're going to say something or do something before you actually like give a direction. And then this word preposition down here is the same way. You say it pre instead of pre. Preposition. So those are just a couple of strategies and ways to say those words, and that we do have some opposites in there as well. Now looking at our afterwards, such as post, like post-war, after a war has occurred. Post-test, meaning a test after a unit is given. We already talked about postseason. Postpone, one of our bold words up here, meaning that you're putting something off, that you can't do it. And then post-date, meaning something is occurring after an original date. And then you also have the word after, meaning after. So afternoon, anytime after the noon hour, after 12 o'clock. Aftertaste, a taste that's left in your mouth after you eat something. I have afterthought, so you shared a thought, but then you thought of something after. So those are just some of the things that we're going to be working with and some of the words you'll be working with this week. If you have any questions about any of the meanings of the words, or anything that has to do with the sort or the prefixes meanings, please raise your hand and I will come around and assist you. Happy sorting!